Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. This is Scott Expat in the Philippines. We have Gravedigger to my right. We have Neon, the orange and black desert car. We have the Dragon, the monster truck. And we have the dog one to my left. Now, we started building Gravedigger first. It took me 4 hours to build Gravedigger, and bit complicated for first. 7+ they've got on the model kit by Lego. Technique, very challenging. Easy, but relatively to put together, pretty good. Parts are shiny, which with my hands they wobble and shake, I should say. And the parts are so shiny, they're so small and so intricate. What we have there in front of us is Gravedigger's gearbox, the start of putting Gravedigger together, which is at the first book that's open. The parts that connect the parts together, a little, like you could call them connectors, are so shiny, and with my hands can shake. But I got them, and I got it together, which was relatively pretty good. And I had fun making these Technique cars. The orange and black one, Neon, I don't know what happened to the box of that. I think when CJ opened the box, it got a little bit destroyed, unfortunately. But that took me I started building that one at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and didn't finish it until 4 in the morning, because I wanted to get it down and done for CJ, and so he could at least play the little black neon front section underneath the orange there needs to be glued together. Needs model airfix glue, which I'm going to take CJ in. He's busting his chops for me to get him the Titanic. He's been on that all day today about getting him the model of the Titanic. So he's been very interested in that too as well. But these are real good little cars. They're pull back, and when you look at it after you built them, you think, oh, they're too good for playing with. And would they go across dirt? Or I probably would if they had a dirt track they made out of dirt that was level enough for them to go flying across once you pulled them back with a jump or something. They probably would go pretty well. But going across grass, forget about it. It's impossible. They would just stop an inch. But on a flat surface, they actually rocket pretty good. So that's not too bad. Gravedigger took me 4 hours. I started that day before around about 10 o'clock and finished it around about 6, putting it together. As you can see, there's the second part, page 8, the gearbox, starting to get it all together. The wheels are so easy to put together, and you've got the little silver, what you call them, nuts that press in to hold the wheels onto the axle. You've got the side pipes there. You got the flag with the skeleton crossbones. The stickers, as you're going along, I'll show you. The stickers go on as we put the parts onto their sections of this model. This is page 19, putting the framework together with the rear guards. As you're doing the rear guards, you put the stickers on the guard, and getting it together. As you can see in the booklet in front of you, how it goes together. Trust me, they are fun to build. Sandy beach type, running them along sand, not really crash up because it's too soft and they just get bogged. If it was like a dirt track made to run them along with like a hard surface, similar to a model railway, for example, would be ideal, because they could just go across and jump over jumps and things like that. But they are a great toy for kids to play with. Smashing, you could probably lose parts off it. They're not meant to smash, they're meant to just probably be put together, built, pull back and let them run in a straight line, because there's no turning access. They're not like a remote control car, they're pull back and let go. They're pretty self-explanatory with the menu on putting them together. As you can see in the book at the front, I wish I could pick it up and show you, but my hands shake like buggery, so that's why I've done it this way. All the parts are listed from 1 to 3 in sections, and even though the parts aren't listed, you sort of know by the what's there with the long rails. Example, this here, where my finger's pointing, the long beam, it's probably got 13 holes, and the other parts have probably got 10 or 5 holes, so you sort of know where the parts connect up to, especially the top one here. As I said, pretty self-explanatory, the little bits and pieces together. It goes together pretty well. This is looking under grave digger underneath it. Gearbox at the back. Doesn't look much when you're looking at it, but as you put it together, it's there's a lot of pieces there, a lot of small pieces. So I would advise using a small bowl to put your pieces in, like your little wheel, red wheel axle, that connects spaces that keep the wheels on the axle, as well as the blue pieces and the little grey pieces, in a small bowl that you can just pick them out when you need as you go along for sections as you're building the car. As I've said, all the models, all the instructions are pretty well relatively easy. Putting together, it takes time. It's fun, it's enjoyable. Kits range between, these kits range between $30 to $40, depending on how big they are. You can get them in Ford Mustangs, you can get them in other things, bulldozers, cranes, and I think the bigger the kits are, they then become mechanical, which is fun. Probably remote control things as well, which is good. And they are great toys to enjoy, just being with your son and showing him how to build. These 4 I built myself. CJ's good. He watched me, talked to me about it, and we had fun putting the pieces together. He passed me the pieces because, as I said, my hands, because they're so shiny, they just slipped. So I just showed him which parts I wanted, and he gave them to me. Now, this one's the one that took me a little bit from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the morning to build. Very intricate. It was a 7 plus, but I think it should have been a little bit higher in level. Some parts I had a bit difficult to put together, but I had fun building this one. I really did. It's a sand dune type of buggy. As you can see, underneath is so intricate gearbox at the back, small parts, red spaces for the axles, and S pullback, and they fly along on the tiles like you would not believe. It's great, and when we get outside here, done with the fence, CJ can run them up on the concrete and let them watch them fly down towards the grass area. And there's some dirt over to the far side that they can go along, which will be good because you can run them along and they'll just wobble a bit, but it's not too soft. It's just firm. But we can build jumps and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that later as we, once the fence line's been put together, we can run them up along the back here and down the Maluka trees and that. But as I said, they've got no, as you can see, no turning accessibility. They don't turn, they just go straight. So, that's fun too. But, I suppose when you look at it, they sort of will turn on their own steam as they're going along, which is fun. Being the second most difficult to Dragon, which is the one on behind it with the teeth, and complicated. Not really, but you just have to watch where you did. You didn't flip 2 pages over. You had to do page by page, putting these together, and that's what makes. I did, however, with Dragon. I had a cup of coffee and the pages stuck together, and I had to go back, and it sort of didn't seem right, so I pulled the page apart just as well. It was soft still, and it came apart, which was good, and I got that fixed. And there was some parts on Dragon that I had to pull it about 3 times to get it right and put it together. So Dragon at the back there took a little bit longer than this one. Now this is Dragon. This is the one that took a little bit longer to build. This is the one that had to be pulled apart twice while I was building it. As you can see, teeth, and it's missing 2 at the very top, behind those the 4 on the roof. I can't for the life of me figure out where the other. I've got one of the teeth, but I'm missing the other one. And as soon as I can find it, we have got another model kit like Dragon that we can take two parts out, but my wife wants to give the other one to a friend of ours, to their kid for Christmas or a birthday present, so I can't pull that one apart and just pull two teeth out, or else I'll turn around and say, hey, this was Scotty, this one was missing two pieces. So I don't think I could do that to someone. But anyway, some people probably would, but there you go. Now, this is the part I had problems with. It, on the booklet, looks the same, but when I was putting, see where that part is where the tooth is up, just in where you go to get into the driver's seat, where the thing comes down and the tooth goes up. Well, actually, on the booklet, the tooth is supposed to go, the thing is supposed to go the opposite way, with the tooth down pointing up. I'll show you on the booklet, hang on. It didn't matter how much I tried. I got the roof lined up high, but maybe I need to pull it apart a bit and try and get it the way it's supposed to go, with that tooth going that way on the booklet, as you can see where the driver's seat is. Maybe the roof line should be up a bit more. That I'll have to try and rectify later on, but I reckon that looks good how I've got it, and we'll just have to play with it as we go along. I've got it on our remote control TV thing standing up, and so you get to see the suspension at the rear and at the front. But as I said, I can try and fix the roof again, but I don't know. I think I might leave it the way it is. Seems to look a bit cooler this way. As I said, I try and follow the directions as I go, but for some unknown reason, that part of the thing wouldn't allow me to change it. There's a section just underneath the tongues there, a little black piece. It's supposed to go forward where the whole roof needs to go forward, and it just wouldn't comply with me. So we got it to this point. As I said, as you're building them, the stickers going there right perspective, right spots on each panel, and it's turned out really good. Kind of a new innovation on doing teeth the opposite way too as well. Where each of the other ones have only got one spacer in the on the axles, this has got two at the back. I put two at the back to space it out a bit. As you can see, and a gearbox, and as I was pointing out with the black straight bit just near the two dragons' tongue, that's the part that wouldn't line up. I had problems with, but other than that, it's come together all right. Another way of looking at the dragon's tongue flying in the air. This one is Monster Mutt. Looks cool, doesn't it? This is my favourite. I like this one. Ears can be movable. They go up. They can come down. He's got eyebrows and tongue, which supposed to can be moved up and down. And I've made the bull bar that can move up and down at the front. Mean looking front on it, and quite cool. This took me no end of time to fix, put together. Wasn't as, to me, complicated, but it got done okay, which is no problems. I had no issues with this one. It was relatively pretty easy. It wasn't as complex as the others. Got a tail at the back. The rear wheel where it says Monster Mutt. I suppose a second tyre could go up on there. But yeah, it was good. It was great to make. As you can see, Gravedigger's got to my right another way of building it. Have to download the instructions for that one, as well as Dragon. It's got another way of building it. Same thing, download the instructions off the computer. They in the small lettering there, they do give you the instructions on how to download on the computer. The second part, if you want to do Gravedigger in that one on the right with the tail fin on, or Dragon looking like a drag rod or hot rod, pretty plain and simple. Just download the instructions. They got it there on the bottom of the boxes. Relatively easy. Even Monster Mutt comes like a truck, as you can see on the Right. Also, download the instructions on the computer. I tried not to break the boxes. Not easy. But it's one of the things when you're trying to open up the box so you don't wreck the box. They stick them with good glue, trust me. And but anyway, the Monster Mutt comes as a truck form as well. So if you wanted to build it like that, truck, same thing, download it on the computer. It's got the instructions there in small lettering, and Bob's your uncle, so to speak, and comes up like that. Looks great. So yeah, they're my son's 4 toys, 4 Lego techniques, and as I said, you can get them in bulldozers, off highway trucks, I think. The bigger the kit, I think they then become like a remote control type toy, which is good, and probably a little bit more complicated, but I suggest just start off with these. Each model kit, as I said, range between $27 to $30, depending on, I think almost 48. I think that was the devil one, or dragon, I should say. Sorry. I keep the manual books, the instruction booklet, whatever you like to call it. I keep them so I have them at hand. I think there is another monster truck one. I think it's the Great White Shark. I'm trying to get that at the moment, and that'll finish probably just about his collection. Unless there's a few others that someone can let me know that are around. It'd be good to have them so we can try and pick one up, pick the other up, and add them to the collection. They're more of a collector's item and a play toy. But yeah, you got to be very careful, very gentle that you don't lose, like the on Grave Digger, the red lights, and on Neon, the white lights. Just got to be, and the same with Dragon, you got to try not to lose the teeth on it. So yeah, but other than that, make a good collector's item, good shelf item, good toy for the kids to, pull back and play, and there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Scott Expat in the Philippines. Bye for now.